being a bundle copy, it was bundled in with the actual console, so obviously duh. Hey, what's up YouTube and my fellow gaming freaks, and welcome to yet another episode, yet another classic production by Krusty Plug. In today's video we are going back to week ending 29th of August, and we are going to cover all the pickups from that particular week. Not a lot of stuff to go through, and I think there was a few bits that I kind of maybe had picked up a little bit earlier, but kind of had set them aside and wasn't really sure what I am going to do with that stuff, whether I'm going to flip it or actually whether I'm going to keep it. But there's a few bits I decided to keep in my collection, mainly some PlayStation 4 games which are only on PlayStation titles. So yeah, I'm kind of thought about it a little bit, and I've been kind of flipping a few PlayStation 4 titles at the moment, but definitely decided to keep games that are only available on PlayStation, so kind of like an exclusive titles. So that's maybe kind of like almost a subset in its own to collect, but I'm not really going for kind of like that particular subset or anything. I'm just going to be collecting for PlayStation 4 for all the games I can get my hands on, full stop, so I don't need to, kind of like deviate and change things and, try to look for subsets and then, ignore the rest or anything like that. So yeah, it's going to be full. Eventually it's going to be full PlayStation 4 collection anyway. Okay, let's jump in and go through everything bit by bit, and yeah, I'll just maybe make a few comments here and there, and let's see what I picked up from that week. Okay, we shall kick this off with a kind of a double pack, and this is a bundle copy for Xbox 360. I believe this, I think, was bundled in with, being a bundle copy, it was bundled in with the actual console, so obviously duh. So yeah, Viva Pinata and Forza 2 Motorsport, so kind of like a double pack in really nice clean condition. And let me open up and I'll show you one. There's two games stacked on one on top of each other, so you can see bundle copy comes with both manuals. So yeah, really nice and clean copy, and I did not have this in my collection, and honestly it's a keeper. I paid a grand total of 10 pence for this, so yeah, a bit criminal, isn't it? Moving on with another 10 pence pickup, which I think actually was the same time as this one from memory, and it is Skylanders Imaginators. So this is bundle copy, so obviously it's meant to come with bundled with all the Portal and figurines, Skylanders figures, but I kind of do like to pick up sole copies and just kind of put them on a shelf so you can kind of see by spine that it's there. So yeah, 10 pence, so why not? Now, I already had this, I think, yeah, on PlayStation 4, and I'm trying to remember where I got my PlayStation 4 copy from. I think it was my local CX, actually, from memory. But anyway, my local game had a copy of this one in Once Upon a Time, and I grabbed it, and it is Super Deluxe Edition of Borderlands 3, which is a Steelbook edition. So let's see if I can pull it out a little bit here. So I'm not going to take it out all the way, but there you have it. So I pulled it out, so Steelbook. Unfortunately, game being game, they dispose of all the inserts, so there's supposed to be, I think, like an insert card or two with like codes or whatever, so there's nothing inside, so all the inserts have been dumped. But nonetheless, in really nice clean condition, and this was part of the deal. I think it was selling for $7.99, but it was also in the deal buy 3 for the price of 2, so this was kind of as part of that deal, so I ended up paying like £5, or it's £5.30 or whatever it works out. So yeah, really pleased for, ultimately a fiver. Absolutely fantastic. So another steelbook for a fiver I picked up from my local CEX store, and it is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. This is steelbook, and it kind of comes with so to speak, like a little plastic slipcase on top, and there's the actual steelbook. I think this actually comes with, yeah, there's an insert there. There's also a code inside, I think, yeah, for Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. I don't know whether the codes have been used already or not, so that will be something to try. But I had quite a bit of luck with these codes, so I've been buying some second-hand games, like especially like in CX, where they actually keep all the inserts. And a few times I bought games, like maybe like some limited editions and stuff, with codes, and punched in the codes, and they actually, you know, were still active. They haven't been used. So yeah, kind of lucky with the codes. So it'll be interesting to see if Rainbow Six 1 or 2 been claimed or not. Now we are going to have a look at 4 PlayStation 4 titles, which are only on PlayStation titles. So supposedly exclusive titles to PlayStation 4. Sometimes they do release them on PC as well, but I haven't really checked if any of these are available on a PC. But you know, as far as consoles are concerned, then they are, you know, exclusive to PlayStation. We're going to kick this off with first game, Dreams. This is pretty much a mint copy. I picked this up from Game, and this was classed as a second-hand copy, but it was mint, and it also happened to have one of these rare occasions where the manual or the inserts haven't been disposed of. So this actually comes with like quite a thick manual, which is a multi-language manual, I think. That's why it's so thick. And there's some code on it as well, so I'm not going to show you that one, and I cannot quite remember what that code is for. I could have just checked, but I was too lazy, basically. So anyway, this was in a deal for, well, it was selling for £4.99, but it was also in the deal buy 3 for 2. So I bundled it together with another 2 games, which I cannot quite remember where they were at the time, and I ended up paying like £3.33 basically for this. I don't know whether the code inside has been used or not, but regardless, pretty minty copy. From memory, at the time when I got this one, this was selling also brand new sealed, I think also for £4.99. And that, I think, was the lowest price I have ever seen this drop, and it's actually have crept back in price. CX sells this second hand for £12, and if you need to buy a brand new one, then from memory it's actually more. I think Game themselves now sell this for like 20 quid or more, which is a bit crazy, but I'm not sure what was the reason for the price hike again, but I'm really pleased to bag this at the time for very little money. So moving on with Gravity Rush 2. Haven't really played this game, so I don't know much about it. No any inserts. I don't know whether this actually had any inserts, but this came out of Game, and this was £12.99, I think it was. Yes, I think it was £12.99, but again it was in a deal 3 for 2, so I ended up paying like £8.60 or whatever it works out. So yeah, adding that to my collection. Then the same time, I think it was the same time, I bought this one here as well, that particular week, and it is Digimon World Next Order. So another PlayStation, only on PlayStation title. Again, no inserts. This is actually, let me check the other one. Yeah, this is Bandai Namco release. So they normally have a little code inside the box, which you then can go on their website and redeem the code. You get some points, and then eventually, even to save up the points, you can exchange them for some, exchange the points for some goodies. So that's definitely missing. I don't know whether there was manual as such, but you know, I'm not going to lose sleep over that. So again, this was £12.99, and I got it in as part of that deal, so I paid £8.66 or whatever it works out. And then this one here is really cheap. It was again, well, Killzone Shadowfall, as you can see. Have not played this game yet. Want to give it a go. I cannot quite remember what press it was getting at the time. It was one of, I think, from memory, this was one of the kind of a PlayStation 4 launch titles, more or less. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it was. So yeah, so sorry, this was again in a deal, and I'm trying to remember what was the price. I think it was priced as $149, and it was deal again 3 for 2, so I ended up paying like something 66 pence or whatever it works out. So yeah, 4 only on PlayStation titles. Xbox 360 title, I actually had this in my collection already, but this is a condition upgrade. My existing copy was pretty good, but this is even better, so kind of rebought it basically, and then I can flip the other one. And it's Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition. So this is complete, and I'm trying to remember where I bought this and how much I paid for it. Yes, I don't remember. It was, I think, £3 I paid for this, which is kind of fair enough price. So yeah. When I initially picked up these two next titles, which are PlayStation 3 titles, I assumed that this one here I already had, and I do have, but it's a slightly different variant, and so this is a double dip. So we got Tomb Raider Combat Strike Edition for PlayStation 3. So it's got some, I think, like codes inside. There's definitely a manual inside, and yes, there's some code as well. You get basically some extra goodies, so I don't know whether the code has been used or not, but it's there nonetheless. But yeah, so paid £1 for this one. This is a brand new edition. I had the first game but not the second one, so really pleased to pick this up. I don't think I ever completed the first game, but I really enjoyed it at the time, and you know, just got sidetracked again as with many things, and never completed, but it was quite a quirky game. And it's a Little Big Planet 2, so this was another £1 pickup in a really nice clean condition and complete with a glorious manual. Moving on to a PlayStation 2 title, which came out from my local CX, and when I go into my local CX, I never go in with a particular kind of like aim, you know, to buy something specifically. I just go in to kind of have a wander around, and if anything kind of catches my eye that I think, you know, oh, that's, you know, maybe I haven't seen it before, or, you know, that's maybe like a really rare title, so that's kind of where the purchase in CX happens, you know, when I see something that, you know, I maybe haven't come across before, and you know, I know that I might not actually find it in a wild, or might take me forever to find one. So this was one of the titles that I have, cheap tile, only £3, so, well, inexpensive in a way, all things considered. But I have never seen this anywhere in the wild, and I actually did not know about this game. Had a quick look, and it's a platformer, and it's kind of like average reviews, so it's not great, but it's not terrible either, and it's Malice. So yeah, we'll definitely want to load it up at some point and check it out. So complete with manual. So yeah, the overall condition is really nice, quite clean. No any kind of major issues with it whatsoever. So very pleased for £3, something that I haven't seen before. And this one here was a tile I rebought because, and I really shame to admit, and if Andy ever watches this, another Andy, watches this video, then I do apologise, Andy. I kind of really felt bad that I did it, but I picked up or rebought the Rise Son of Rome, which is made by Crytek on, as you can see, Xbox One. So Andy, one of my friends, gifted this game to me probably about 3-4 years ago now, along with another couple games, and I kept it in my collection, and recently I flipped it, I sold it. I don't know why even, you know, I didn't get a particularly great price for it, but anyway, I don't know what came to me and I decided to sell it, and then I thought, well, why did I do that? It was a gift from Andy, you know. But anyway, I went out and bought it specifically to replace it because, you know, my consciousness, you know, was just you know, eating at me basically. So yeah, as far as game, I have played this and completed several times because I was well, I played this on my PC originally, and I basically went for was trying to get like full achievements, 100% achievements on Steam. And I completed the main story, the storyline of the game several times. I think I played through like 3 times to kind of get all the achievements, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. It can be really challenging if you play in the hardest difficulty, because this involves kind of like chaining combos and stuff like that, and timing your attacks and counter attacks and whatnot. But I really enjoyed it. It's not particularly a long game. It's I think only about 6 to 7 hours main story takes, you know, depends on your kind of like play style. And then I was basically got all the achievements for the main story, and there were a bunch of achievements I had to get like on a multiplayer, but I never persisted, I never got all of them, so I might go back one day, replay it, and then also hammer the multiplayer as well to get all the achievements, you know, 100%. But yeah, I would definitely, you know, recommend checking this out if you haven't played it. It's obviously got kind of like a little bit of a historical vibe to it. I don't know how, you know, accurate it is, you know, in any way, shape or form, but it was quite cinematic in a way, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't, you know, played it. A few more games to have a look at, and we'll look at some Xbox 360 titles. So we got Divinity 2: The Dragon Knight Saga. Charity shop find, paid £1.99. Actually in nice condition, kind of. I think the case was cracked a little bit or something, or have I replaced it already? Oh yes, there is a couple of bits. There's like one of the clips in for the disc in the middle missing, and also one of the top manual holder clips are missing, or is missing. But I can live with that one, and maybe just will replace the case eventually. But yeah, pick that one up. So definitely want to check this out. From what I know, I have played a little bit kind of the series, but haven't really spent enough time. But as far as I know, it's great, great series, Divinity. So looking to indulge myself there. Then a double bill, kind of a collection, Just Cause collection, and it's Classics edition of Just Cause and Just Cause 2. And this was £1.99 as well, from memory. Also another charity shop find. I think it was along with that game as well. And I think, yeah, both discs were there, everything. Oh, and this had actually, I'll show you here. Sorry, give me just a second. So complete with manual, both discs are there. What's interesting, the Just Cause disc, it says Classics, and Just Cause disc is just a normal one. And I thought that's kind of like, you know, maybe incorrect disc, but then when you look actually at the artwork, it shows Just Cause normal release and Just Cause 2 the Classic, so I think it's all correct. And what was inside also, a little bonus, we got Far Cry 3 manual with a dreaded sticker on it, but that's, you know, alright. So yeah, a spare manual. It's always nice to find some freebies inside games you buy. And this game, last but not least, Xbox 360 game. This was also bought at the same time the other two, but I paid 99 pence for this one, and it is Scared 2 Fallen Angel. Another game I did not have in my collection. And this is again in fairly good nick, not mint but not far off, and complete with manual. So again, very pleased to nail another 360 title. Now I had this already, Grand Theft Auto 4 for PlayStation 3, and my copy again was pretty good, but this ultimately, well, it's complete again with all the manuals and maps and everything is there, all the inserts. But this one here is almost like, I would say, mintier than a mint. So it is really nice and clean condition. So it's going to be an upgrade, a condition upgrade. And then one more PlayStation 4 title, and it's again another one only on PlayStation title. And I think this also came out from Game as part of the 3 for 2 deal, and it was £12.99 from memory, and again I paid, you know, £8 or whatever it works out in that deal. And it is, how it's pronounced actually, Atelier Sophie, the Alchemist of the Mysterious Book. I have never played these series, so from what I gathered, it's a good series, but I have just never played. So something I need to check out. So yeah, so very pleased about that title as well. So that's it. So that's all the games, and I also did manage to score a couple game guides. And the game guides we have, I picked them up both at the same time, and unfortunately, both came out originally from game because there were some stickers on it which I kind of removed and they were fine. But one had security tabs attached to the kind of the side, and they've been peeled off, and ultimately artwork's been damaged a little bit, but I can live with that at the moment. So we got the Elder Scrolls 4 Shivering Isles, so that was one. So as you can see here, sorry, I'll just holding both, so yeah, it just peeled off, so which is bummer. So yeah, I don't know what they why they do it, you know, they get like a game guide and then they just kind of seal it with security stickers, you know, and obviously once you're going to peel them off, it's going to just rip it apart. So yeah, just really stupid. But hey, you know, I'm not here to change the world. So yeah, so and the second one, which is actually in much better condition because it's not like ripped or anything, it is LA Noire, Rockstar's game. I quite enjoyed that game. I don't think I ever completed it, but I played it on PC and quite liked it. But this is quite nice and quite clean. Now I picked these two up as part of some sort of like deal whenever I was buying these two, and I think I picked up a bunch of films or something. And from memory, I pay like £1 for everything. And once I buy these bundle deals, and you know, when I pay price for something, so let's say I buy, you know, 10 games and I pay, I don't know, £3, you know, for argument's sake. So then I kind of trying to divide that £3 and put a price, apportion the price to each game I bought, and you know, kind of like divide that price, so then when I ever go back I can say, oh yeah, I bought that game for like 10 pence or 5 pence. So I had to kind of basically, not had to, but I did put in price on these ones. So I put a price of 30 pence on that one and a price of 15 pence of that one, so 45 pence for both. So yeah, quite silly prices, but I'm not arguing, and I'm very pleased I picked them up. So yeah, 2 more game guides to go into my collection. But that's really it for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. A few games, a few game guides, and I'm a very pleased man, so I can tidy yet another pile away and look forward to making the next video. Okay, many thanks for tuning in, and I shall see you very soon, but for now, take it easy.